Is it possible to create 50 meals that perfectly represent each one of our nation's 50 states?
What do we ride next? Now you'd have to work.
Well, I'm gonna have a lot of fun trying.
Oh, a poppy seed pillow. I'm Taylor Hicks.
You may know me as a singer, so why is an entertainer hosting a food show? Simple. I love food. I even own my own barbecue joint, and I love to travel. So I'm hitting the road and eating my way across America, one state at a time. On this episode of State Plate, I'm making my way across a Midwestern state known for colossal pastries, everything corn, and beef, beef, beef. That's right, I'm in Nebraska. Home to thick, juicy steaks, corn for dessert, the sandwich made famous by kings, and a whole lot more. Absolutely magnificent.
Well, thank you.
So stay tuned for a heaping helping of Nebraska on State Plate. Here's the challenge. I have to fill this empty plate with foods that best represent the state of Nebraska. But the big question is, what deserves to go on the plate and what will be left off? We'll travel east to the land of legendary steaks. Head west for a beloved Czechoslovakian pastry and a fried cheese sandwich with a little French flair. And everywhere we roam in the state, there's corn and cattle. Say Nebraska, and likely two things come to mind: cattle and corn. Two multi-billion-dollar industries that power the state's economy and together have created one of the most iconic foods in America, corn-fed Nebraska beef. With more than 49,000 farms and ranches and 92% of its land dedicated to agriculture, the Cornhusker State is our country's fourth largest provider of food, producing everything from sugar beets and soybeans to poultry and pork. So let's hit the road and find the best foods this state has to offer. Our first State Plate contender has been stimulating appetites here for decades and goes by an interesting name. So what's Nebraska's favorite appetizer?
Cheese Frenchies.
Cheese French. Got the onion rings.
No, cheese Frenchie. It's delicious.
The Cheese Frenchie is the Cornhusker State's version of a grilled cheese. Inspired by the French croque monsieur, which roughly translates to Mr. Crunchy. It's no secret why the Cheese Frenchie is Nebraska royalty. It was born in the 1960s at an old Nebraska restaurant called King's. Today, the Frenchie's royal lineage extends to restaurants and homes across the state.
You're gonna make sandwiches now.
Kathy Jackson is a Nebraska native.
There you go.
Her Cheese Frenchies have been crowned by locals as the best in town.
Perfect.
She spent a lifetime perfecting her recipe, and now, as a rite of passage, she's handing it down to her grandkids. And to me.
Hey, Taylor. Come
Hey, how are you?
on. Glad you can make it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me into this
Oh,
beautiful home.
Thank you for coming. I have everything set up to do the cheese Frenchies.
So this is kind of a sentimental dish for you.
It is. When I was a young child, about 11, 12, I went to a restaurant named King's, and they made them, and I just totally loved them. So I decided I was going to try to make them myself at home. So I learned and kind of did some sampling. My family, of course, sampled them, and they loved them. And I made them for my children, and now I'm making them for the grandkids. And they're going to come and eat it with us. The grandkids are coming. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That should be
It'll
fun. So what is a Cheese Frenchie?
A cheese Frenchie is a glorified grilled cheese with crunchies on it.
I love grilled cheeses. This is like a grilled cheese on steroids. And it's totally Nebraska.
Totally Nebraska.
Loving it. So let's make one.
Let's do it.
First, a little mayo on 2 slices of bread.
I just wanted to make it a little creamy.
Add 2 pieces of cheese. 2 on there.
There you go, look at you.
Cut into triangles.
That makes it more of a finger sandwich.
Yeah, it does. Dip it into an egg and milk batter and crush up some cornflakes. Crushing corn flakes in Nebraska.
In Nebraska. Yep.
Use them to cover the sandwich and put in the pan to fry. What's the temperature of the oil right now?
Right now, I use around 400 or a little lower.
How long do you keep the Cheese Frenchie in the oil?
Total, maybe 30 seconds. Let's flip it. See how nice and crispy it looks?
Beautiful.
I know. Okay, I think our first one's done. We'll set it on our platter here. Oh, you're doing wonderful.
Now, what kind of oil do you like?
I like to use a grapeseed oil, and it just gives it a little bit of a lighter texture than like an olive oil. Nice job.
Thank you.
These are ready to eat.
Uh-oh.
I hear the kids.
Come and get it! Cheese Frenchies, cheese Frenchies!
Cheese Frenchies.
Do you like these? Does Grandma make good cheese Frenchies? I've never had a cheese Frenchie. What? Never. Do you think I'm gonna like it? Yeah. You think I will?
We did a good job. Good job.
This cheese Frenchie is amazing. It's super crispy and super cheesy in the middle. So there's a gooey inside and then there's a crispy outside. This is scrumptious. How many vote for Grandma's Frenchie? How many vote for my Frenchie? I need a little practice, but I've learned from the best. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Inspired by French cuisine and made famous by a long-ago restaurant, the Cheese Frenchie earns its spot as our Nebraska State Plate appetizer. Coming up,
There you go. You are a Cornhusker now.
I take the wheel and take over the cornfields.
We're sitting up pretty high. I'm a little nervous.
I'm rolling through Nebraska with one goal, finding the very best foods this state has to offer.
There's a reason why they call this the Cornhusker State. They grow corn in every county in Nebraska. That adds up to over 1 billion bushels a year.
Nebraska grows more white corn and popcorn than any other state in the country, and their field corn is what puts the corn in their corn-fed beef. But today, I'm looking for my State Plate side dish, and that means I'm looking for one thing: Cornhusker sweet corn. Andy Daniels and his wife Tanny have been farming the land since Andy graduated from the University of Nebraska with a major in agronomy and ag economics. Today, they work side by side with their children Jason and Kelly, running Daniels Produce. This family is the real deal, Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Hey guys,
You doing?
the cornfields of Nebraska.
Yeah, there's a few of them out here.
So how much corn do you produce?
We raise about 320 acres, which would be somewhere around 3 or 4 million ears.
Why is it that Nebraska yields so much corn?
We have the Okalala Aquifer under us, the largest aquifer in the United States, possibly in the world. So you go 14 foot down, you have all the water you could possibly need. So everything here is irrigated.
Let's talk about this sweet corn. So the first ear is better than the second ear, right?
Yeah, the plant's gonna try and produce the top ear first, and then if it has enough time, enough energy, it'll try to get the second one going, but you can tell by the size, this one's a lot fuller, it's gonna taste better.
And that's the male part of the plant,
Yep,
correct?
so this is where your pollen comes. This is what we call a tassel, and these guys will kind of fall down. The silk will pick it up.
Explain a little bit about the silk there.
Each silk runs to each kernel in here and carries the pollen grain to the embryo, and then it becomes a kernel. So that thing that gets caught in your teeth is absolutely necessary to produce the corn.
That's pretty amazing that all of that goes to each kernel. I
Yes.
never knew that.
There might be 200 kernels on that ear, so there has to be 200 silk. We want to count them?
Yeah, let me count.
Okay. There's a lot of them anyhow. So when you buy corn, treat it like your milk. Refrigerate it and buy it cold.
Yeah, the sugars will convert into starches, and it won't taste nearly as sweet the hotter it gets.
You can lose the quality of your corn really fast. That's the most important thing I can probably say all day long about sweet corn.
Let's go pick.
Let's go.
This is a pretty unique machine.
Yeah, this is our topper. This is what you'll be operating.
I'm ready to drive this thing.
All right, let's get started then. Pretty simple. That lever there.
Forward.
Forward. Back
Reverse.
is reverse. That gives you your gas. These guys turn on your blades.
We're sitting up pretty high. I'm a little nervous.
Well, that's all right. We'll make sure you're safe. All right, so it's all yours. I'll let you have it, and I'll get out of the way.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Let's see what happens.
This topper has 6 separate blades working in unison, removing the tops of the corn stalks to clear the way for the pickers. With the tassels out of the way, they have an unobstructed view of the best ear on the stalk, which makes picking safer and 30% more efficient.
He could go faster.
Yeah, we don't pay him by the hour, right?
Yeah, that's true. We're not paying him. He's free. But he's doing pretty good.
Man, that was fun. What do we ride next?
Now you'd have to work. Okay. We're gonna start out a little slow.
All right.
And then we're gonna kick it up.
How fast do these guys pick?
20,000 dozen in about 4 hours.
I'll tell you what, I think I got the hang of it.
Ain't too bad. And you're also quality control. It's your job to make sure you're not picking any bad ones.
Hand-picking ensures only the sweetest make it to market.
This will give you a good workout.
We're getting close to being done.
If I'm in Nebraska, I might as well husk one, right?
Come on, pull her down. There you go. That's what a Cornhusker really is. You are a Cornhusker now.
Now we boil it, and then we eat it. Truly farm to table.
This is absolutely magnificent.
Well, thank you.
It's got a lot of water in it. These kernels, I mean, they just pop right off of the cob. And they're so sweet, too.
Pass the butter and let's dive in. We've got our side dish, Nebraska Gold, an ear of fresh, juicy, sweet corn on the cob, hand-picked in the Cornhusker State.
You're doing the go-around method.
Typewriter's the way to go.
Yeah.
What?
Coming up, I get a taste of what put Omaha on the map.
1 medium rare filet.
I'm traveling across Nebraska looking for the most iconic foods in the Cornhusker State. In a state famous for growing corn, the sweet corn may feed the people, but it's the field corn that feeds Nebraska's largest industry, cattle. Beef is king in Nebraska. The state has nearly 23 million acres of rangeland and pasture land. Cattle outnumber humans 4-to-1. And the 3 largest beef cow producing counties in the United States are all in Nebraska. That's led to some serious beef inspired creations. You've got the hamburger pizza, the hugely popular Runza, and you can thank a grocer in Omaha named Ruben Kolakowski for the classic corned beef sandwich that bears his name, Ruben, not Kolakowski.
But the best way to eat beef in Nebraska, you gotta have a steak.
Welcome to Johnny's Cafe, an iconic steakhouse in the heart of Omaha that's been serving up Nebraska's finest steaks for nearly a century.
The historic Johnny's.
Welcome.
Let's talk about beef.
Okay, good. The beef in Nebraska is well known nationally just because they are fed corn, and this is the best product that will give you this marbling that's in these steaks.
I like the corn-fed marbled beef, and that's what you got here.
Yeah, exactly. The marbling contributes to the taste, the flavor.
So the marbling is the fat that gives it the flavor.
Correct, and that's the reason it's so popular with the people.
Let's talk about the cuts.
Okay, let's start off here with the top sirloin, quality steak for the price.
Working man steak.
Working man steak, affordable piece of meat, and you can do a lot of things with it.
The sirloin is the upper part of the loin and provides a variety of sirloin steaks, roasts, and the tri-tip cuts.
This is the ribeye. The ribeye steak has the most marbling probably of any product.
In turn is the most flavor.
Exactly.
Sounds good to me.
The ribeye steak is a premium cut from the ribs. Prime rib comes from the upper portion of this section.
The porterhouse here, you'll see that you have 2 cuts on one serving here. You have the strip on one side of the bone and the fillet on the other side.
This porterhouse is the best of both worlds, right?
Exactly. Now this is the T-bone. We have a smaller portion of the porterhouse.
And they still come from the same location of the cow.
Correct.
A lot of great cuts come from the short loin. The first 2 cuts give you a porterhouse steak. The following cuts give you a T-bone. The tenderloin spans the short loin and the neighboring sirloin and can be served as a roast or cut up into filet mignon.
Well, I love all these cuts, but the filet is my favorite.
It's probably the most tender of any of the steaks that we have.
You're making me hungry.
Well, let's take that and have Chef Jamie cook it up and see what you think of it.
Hey, Chef.
Hi.
I hear you got some steaks we're gonna cook.
I sure do. Please.
So some people are afraid to order steak rare, but you have to cover it.
Yes, the reason we cover the steaks, if they're ordering a rare, we want to make sure that the outside is cooked, just enough to kill the bacteria around it.
But you can eat it rare.
Yes, we've done steak where the guests just ask for 1 minute on each side.
1 minute.
I got to have at least 2 or 3 minutes on each side. in order for me to kill the bacteria around the steak.
My favorite is the medium rare. So I think the medium rare is ready to roll, huh?
All right, go ahead, pull it out.
One medium rare filet. So let's try it. Perfect medium rare.
How is it?
Just a little hint of cool. Seared on the outside. Absolutely delicious.
Nice and tender.
Melts in your mouth. You can really tell it's corn-fed right here in Nebraska.
Now our entree plate is complete. Tender corn-fed steak and sweet corn on the cob. Fresh, simple, and so Nebraska.
Medium rare.
Coming up, I spread a little Southern hospitality.
You're very generous with that butter.
I'm from Alabama.
Our Nebraska state plate is filling up, and it's time for something sweet. Have you ever thought about corn for dessert? Well, I'm headed back to the Daniels farm because I'm hearing that sweet corn isn't the sweetest corn around here. In fact, it's popcorn balls. Nebraska grows more popcorn than any other state. They produce over 300 million pounds of popcorn every year. And they don't just like it buttery, they also like it sweet.
Hi, ladies.
Hello.
There.
What's popping in here? I smell something.
We're making popcorn balls for dessert.
Popcorn balls.
Yep. Here in the state of Nebraska, we produce almost 50% of the entire nation's popcorn.
That's a lot of love for popcorn. So what's in the popcorn ball?
It's very simple. All you do is add sugar, butter, a little bit of salt, vanilla, and corn syrup.
Yum.
Just pour it over the popcorn.
Let's make some.
All right.
This is the sticky part. Get it all in there. Now we gotta just get our hands in there.
You just kind of
Smash it into a ball. There you go.
right there.
It's easy.
That's a true
In
Nebraska popcorn
itself.
ball. Look at that.
You just wanna make sure you don't have any Old Maids in there.
Never heard of it.
Old Maids are your half-popped seeds. And you don't want that in your popcorn ball because if you take a big old bite, you could break a tooth. Oh, there's an Old Maid right
Old
there.
Maid, what? I'm gonna turn on the Old Maid siren. Woo, woo.
You gotta get that out of there. You break a tooth, chip it on that, someone could get hurt.
Get that Old Maid out, chum. How about a fresh popcorn ball, no Old Maids?
Let's hope.
This is delicious. The popcorn's kind of fluffy on the outside, and it's kind of gooey in the middle. A great combination of the sugar and the popcorn.
It's great for dessert.
I had no idea that I would find dessert in the middle of a Nebraska cornfield.
You found it. Salty and sweet.
So of course, a popcorn ball is a must-have dessert on our Nebraska state plate.
My sweet tooth hasn't been satisfied quite yet, and you can't leave Nebraska without a Kolach.
Next stop, Prague, Nebraska, home of the world's largest kolach. It's a small town with a big Czechoslovakian influence. I'm visiting Kolache Corner Cafe, where brother and sister Mark and Debbie bake 'em fresh daily.
Hey, Taylor. Welcome to Prague, Nebraska. I should say Witamy was dobrahi, which is a Czech for we welcome you to Prague, Nebraska.
So the Czechoslovakian culture here is really rich.
Yes. Back in the 1800s, a lot of Czechoslovakians settled here in Nebraska.
Between 1856 and 1914, over 50,000 Czechs immigrated here, ranking Nebraska the #1 state for Czech immigration. Mark and Debbie's ancestors were part of that wave and brought with them their favorite dessert.
What is a kolach?
A kolach is an ethnic pastry that was handed down from generation to generation from the Czech Republic.
Did you have a part in making the world's largest kolach?
I sure did. My job was to empty 5-gallon buckets of cherry pie filling into the center, and they had the fire department bake this world's largest kolach.
How big was the kolach?
The kolach was 2,605 pounds.
That is a ton of kolach.
It is a ton of kolach. So what we're going to do today is we're going to transfer these dough balls onto this pan.
Wow, they are
very soft.
really soft.
Very soft.
So what's in the dough?
It has yeast in it with sugar that activates it. This dough cannot be handled too much by hand, otherwise you're going to have a hard, tough product.
Next, we cover it with butter. Lots of butter.
You're very generous with that butter.
I'm from Alabama.
Now, we're going to shape the kolach so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in the center.
Every time I press down, I feel like I'm gonna hear something go, you know what I mean?
I'm going to fill with the apricot. I'm gonna ask you to do the poppy seed, kind of make it look a little pretty. There you go.
A quick 9 minutes in the oven, and the kolache are ready for tasting.
Are we ready?
Here we go.
How do you say cheers?
Nazdravi.
Nazdravi. Oh,
Awesome.
a poppy seed pillow. This is absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
The softest buttery dough that I've had in a dessert. But you have them for breakfast too, can't you?
Breakfast, lunch,
Any time of the day.
any time of the day.
It's like a slice of heaven.
The kolache has landed as the second dessert on the Nebraska State Plate. Nebraska, your state plate is full of homegrown goodness, rich in both history and taste. On our appetizer plate, the Cheese Frenchie, a hand-dipped fried cheese sandwich made with love.
How many vote for Grandma's Frenchie? How many vote for my Frenchie?
On our main plate, a Nebraska Cattleman's Delight, a juicy, tender steak with a side of Cornhusker grown sweet corn.
You're doing the go-around method.
Typewriter's the way to go.
Yeah.
What? On our dessert plate, a sweet, salty popcorn ball, plus a kolache, a heavenly sweet pastry brought to Nebraska by Czech immigrants. Warning, when eaten, may lead to dancing. Thanks, Nebraska. Great people, great eats.